Jason grabs my wrist without warning and hurls me toward the open stairwell. His shove is sharp, practiced, like he's done it before. The metal railing vibrates from the impact. My back slams against the wall. Blood smears under my shoes, slick and cold. The stairwell below trembles with snarls rising like a broken animal choir. Someone behind Jason yells, "Shove her out, now." Their voice cracks from panic. Hands shove between my shoulder blades, forcing me into the hallway like disposable debris. The heavy door to Unit 908 swings shut behind me, metal ringing. A chain lock scrapes loudly into place. I hear Jason gasping for breath on the other side. "Arya, run! Everyone up the stairs!" Jason shouts, voice shaking. Footsteps thunder immediately, 8 or 9 pairs racing upward in chaotic rhythm. Arya sobs dramatically, her voice sharp with fear. Jason, she grabbed me downstairs. I thought she was pushing me toward them." Her crying echoes as she climbs. That's the lie. Earlier, I grabbed Arya's wrist to pull her from a zombie lunging through the laundry room door. She panicked, stumbled, and assumed the worst. I saw it, a man shouts from inside the fleeing group. She grabbed Arya like she wanted her to fall first. More footsteps pound upward, fast and desperate. Jason's voice blares through the door before fading up the stairs. "Mina, don't follow us. You're unstable, we can't risk you up there." Their shoes clatter higher. The hallway goes quiet except for my breathing and faint sobs echoing from several floors above. The entire group abandoned me in seconds. Cowards always move fastest. The stairwell erupts as the door bursts open. 3 zombies pour out with snarls scraping the walls. Their feet drag against the metal steps with rhythmic thuds. One wears a blood-smeared delivery jacket. Another stumbles in torn pajamas, one cheek missing. The third, an office worker, has a tie dangling like a noose. All 3 turn their hollow eyes toward me. Their jaws snap loudly. A chorus of wet growls vibrates through the hall, close enough to taste on the air. Inside Unit 908, just before Arya disappears up the stairwell, her voice drifts faintly. "Sorry, Mina, it had to be someone." Her footsteps fade upward quickly. The zombies charge at once. Their nails scrape the tiles, sparks flicking from the metal edges. The air vibrates with their guttural snarls. The world fractures. Glowing lines trace across my vision, forming precise geometric shapes. Every movement, angle, and threat becomes highlighted in sharp color-coded patterns. Red arcs show where claws will swing. Blue arrows predict foot placement. Yellow circles mark joint weaknesses. My heartbeat steadies as the world sharpens unnaturally. A cold voice hums inside my mind. Genetic variant detected, hyper-intellect, Queen class activated, tactical prediction online. The office zombie lunges. Its arms slice through the space where my face was a moment earlier. I step exactly along a blue arrow drawn beneath my feet. The fire extinguisher on the wall pulses with white outlines. My hands move instinctively. I rip it free, the bracket clanging sharply behind me. My thumb hooks the safety pin. It pops out with a metallic click. I shift my grip to the pressure neck, exactly where the HUD outlines optimal leverage. The office zombie dives forward again. I swing upward sharply. The metal base cracks against its jaw, the sound echoing around the hall. A red circle lights on its temple. I twist my stance and deliver a second strike. The zombie collapses, skull folding inward with a muted crunch. A wave of static surges through my head. The glowing lines flicker. For a moment, everything blurs sideways. My lungs tighten. Processing overload, recalibrating, the HUD stabilizes. The lines snap back into clarity. My head feels heavier, but my focus sharpens again instantly. The delivery zombie shuffles close, drooling thick strings. I thrust the metal cylinder forward. It collapses onto the tiles, twitching softly before going still. The pajama zombie swings wildly, nails scraping the wall. Two paths flash in my vision, one where it hits me, one where it doesn't. I choose quickly. I duck low. Its arm slices through empty air. I slam my knee into a highlighted yellow point on its leg. The joint collapses under the pressure. It falls onto hands and knees. I grab its hair, yank upward, and slam its skull against the wall. The impact thuds deep and final. Silence drops over the hallway, broken only by the faint dripping from the stairwell. My breathing stays steady. My grip on the extinguisher doesn't shake. The HUD glows again. First threat eliminated, neural speed, plus 300%, environmental crafting options available, every object around me gains subtle outlines. The fire hose in its case. Sprinkler pipes overhead. A scattered umbrella. The faint dampness near the pipe valve. I smash the emergency glass. The brittle shards scatter across the floor with sharp, clean sounds. I pull the hose free, metal couplers jangling loudly. I twist the connections tight, locking them with instinctive precision. The cold pipe vibrates under my hands. Water pressure builds behind the valve with a deep hum. The stairwell door rattles violently from below. More snarls echo upward. I wedge the hose's metal nozzle into the door gap and grip the valve. I twist it open. A surge of water slams down the stairwell like a small waterfall. Wet impacts echo as bodies slip and crash downward. I don't watch them fall. My boots splash through runoff as I run toward the opposite stairwell. The metal extinguisher swings at my side, dented but reliable. I climb. Second floor. Third. Fourth. My breath stays even. HUD lines shift constantly, mapping every creak, every vibration, every possible threat path. On the 13th floor, faint crying reaches me through a door. A soft, rhythmic sound, thin and frightened. The HUD highlights Unit 1312 in blue. I knock once. The crying stops abruptly. A trembling voice whispers, Who is it? Her breath hitches between words. Mina Han, I say, keeping my tone steady. 9th floor. Not infected. Alone. Silence settles again, thick and heavy. Locks click one by one. The door opens a crack. A woman peers through with red, tired eyes behind crooked glasses. Her long black hair is tied in a loose ponytail. Her beige office blouse is creased and dusty. She studies my bruises and blood-stained sleeves quickly. Get in, she whispers urgently. I slip through the crack. She shuts the door and locks it fast, the bolts clacking in rapid order. A teenage boy stands behind her with a baseball bat. Brown hair, skinny arms, oversized hoodie. His eyes flick between me and the woman nervously. I'm June, he mutters, voice small. Thanks for not being a zombie, I guess. His grip tightens around the wooden handle. I'm Sujin, the woman says. She exhales shakily. You're Mina? The one from below? Her voice trembles with restrained hope. Yes. I show her my arms, no bite marks, only bruises. She nods slowly, relief softening her expression. Did Jason help you? She asks carefully. A small, bitter edge creeps into her tone. She notices the marks on my wrist instantly. No, my voice stays calm. They shoved me out. Then they fled upstairs with the others. June's jaw tightens as he hears it. Sujin looks furious, but her expression stays controlled. They ran to 15, she says. People said that's where survivors were gathering earlier. Of course. Jason always needed an audience. A crowd to manipulate. A place where his lies could spread fast. June gathers his backpack quickly. Coffee packets spill out. He fumbles, cheeks flushing. I'm not giving up caffeine, he mutters. Despite myself, I let out a small breath that might be half a laugh. The moment is short, but grounding. We're going up, I say. If Jason's already telling stories, I need to shut them down before they grow teeth. Sujin nods firmly beside me. June swallows hard and follows. You seriously want to face them? He whispers. After what they did. His voice shakes slightly. Yes. I grip the extinguisher tighter. This time, I decide how the story goes. The hallway outside is silent, waiting. We unlock the door carefully. The hallway is dim, lit only by flickering emergency lights. Shadows waver across the walls like slow-moving smoke. We step out together. The HUD draws a clean, safe path up the stairs in bright blue lines. Each step pulses lightly beneath my feet. Jason thinks he buried me in the lower floors. Arya thinks her tears fooled everyone. They think I'm gone. They're wrong. I'm climbing back to them. And this time, I'm not the one being thrown to monsters. The 15th floor hallway feels different the moment we step out. The air is thick with quiet voices, nervous feet, and the faint clang of makeshift barricades being adjusted. Dim emergency lights flicker down the corridor, casting long shadows across piled furniture and overturned cabinets. Someone has tried hard to make this place defensible, but the fear leaks through every cracked door. A cluster of survivors turns toward us immediately. Their eyes track the fire extinguisher in my hand, the bruises on my arms, and the two trembling people behind me. Jason stands among them like he's part of their structure. Clean shirt, straight posture, hands raised like he's calming a crowd. Arya clings to his side, her curls messy but still perfectly dramatic. She gasps when she sees me, her voice rising to a delicate tremble. Mina, you're alive? We were so scared you didn't make it. Her fingers clutch Jason's sleeve tightly. Jason's mouth twitches in confusion before smoothing into false concern. We tried to find you, he announces loudly. She panicked. She grabbed Arya. I had to act. His voice carries through the room. The survivors glance between him and me, reassessing. Several shift uncomfortably, hands tightening around pipes and makeshift weapons. Their gazes are cautious, unsure who to trust. I take in the room quickly. Two older men sit near the barricaded window, tools scattered around them. Three women hover near the shared kitchen counter. A young girl clutches a stuffed bunny beside her mother. They form a half-circle around Jason and Arya. A natural cluster of fear and dependency. They want leaders even if they unknowingly chose the wrong ones. Sujin steps forward before I speak. Her voice carries more steadiness than I expected. Jason lied, she says sharply. We saw how Mina survived downstairs. She didn't attack anyone. June raises his bat a little, his voice cracking. She saved us. Twice. Jason didn't save anyone. He just ran. Murmurs ripple through the group. The older men exchange glances. One of the women bites her lip, watching Jason's reaction carefully. Their doubt spreads like a slow, creeping flame. Arya lets out a trembling sob at the perfect moment. Jason only tried to protect me. I was terrified anyone would have done the same. Her voice quivers convincingly, pulling at softer hearts. Jason steps in front of her dramatically, shielding her with his body. Everyone calm down, he says. We don't need accusations. We need safety. His tone drips with false authority. I scan the room again, tracking angles, exits, and the subtle shift of weight under people's feet. The HUD overlays soft highlights, mapping alliances forming in real time. Jason's influence is still solid, but cracking. A loud metallic clang hits the barricade at the hallway entrance. Several survivors jump as the door shutters. A zombie groans from the other side, rattling the frame with heavy body weight. Fear washes through the room instantly. Voices hitch. Someone drops a tool. The girl grips her stuffed bunny tighter, her mother pulling her close protectively. Jason freezes. His hand trembles. Arya hides her face in his shoulder, her sobs turning sharp and panicked. Jason, "What do we do?" she cries, her voice rising desperately. The survivors all look at him, expecting orders he doesn't have. His jaw tenses. Sweat beads near his temple. His facade cracks just slightly. The HUD shows the door hinges glowing with imminent failure. Wooden beams shake without rhythm. The pounding intensifies as more bodies push from behind it. "We don't have time to argue," I say, my voice steady. "Move the couch in front of the secondary door. Block the left angle. Create a funnel. We hold the right corridor." The room goes silent. Survivors blink at me. They weren't expecting clarity. Jason's mouth opens, but nothing comes out. His shoulders stiffen. His authority slips like sand through his fingers. The older man with a wrench nods quickly. She knows what she's talking about. He steps toward the couch immediately. Sujin helps him. June moves to the side, scanning for any zombies that might appear from the vents. The group shifts into motion without waiting for Jason's permission. Arya's eyes widen as she watches control slide away. "No, wait, Jason should decide, Jason always," her voice breaks as the survivors ignore her pleas. Jason tries one last time to stand taller, clearing his throat loudly. "Everyone, calm down, just listen to me," his voice cracks mid-command. Another heavy thud from the barricade interrupts him. Wood splinters. Screws squeal under pressure. The door bulges inward with a sudden impact, shaking the floor beneath us. Fear spikes through the room. Every pair of eyes turns to the breach. The HUD shows seconds ticking down in red. I grab a metal pipe from the floor. My grip tightens naturally. "Positions," I say. "Keep the line narrow. Strike heads first. Don't move back unless I tell you." Kai appears from the far corner of the room like he materialized from the shadows. I hadn't seen him earlier, he must have been on watch. He's tall, lean, and quietly imposing. His black shirt is torn across the bicep. A faint scar crosses his left eyebrow. His eyes are sharp, fox-like, and unreadable. He walks to my side without being asked. "You're taking point?" he asks casually, voice low and even. His hand tightens around a metal pipe of his own. "Yes," I say. He nods once. "Try not to get hurt," he murmurs quietly. "It'd be annoying to replace you right now." There's the tsundere. Light. Subtle. Embarrassed by his own care. I give him the faintest smirk. Noted. The barricade finally gives, splintering with a loud crack. A zombie's arm pushes through, claws scraping the broken wood. The survivors gasp, stumbling backward. Kai steps forward with calm precision, smashing the first crawling head with a clean blow. The impact thuds deep, echoing across the room. The funnel works exactly as planned. Zombies stumble through one at a time, slowed by debris. Their snarls fill the air, sharp and guttural. The survivors hold their ground. June jabs forward with his bat, knocking a second zombie off balance. Sujin uses a broom handle to push another head aside. Even the older men strike with trembling determination. Jason stands behind them, frozen. His breaths come fast. His eyes dart, searching for an escape route instead of a way to help. One zombie slips past the funnel slightly, lunging towards Sujin. Jason panics instantly. He reacts not by helping, but by shoving her toward the creature. The shove is unmistakable. Hard. Selfish. Cowardly. Sujin's eyes widen in shock as she stumbles. Her feet skid on the floor tile. The zombie's teeth snap inches from her arm. I grab her shoulder, yank her back, and slam the pipe into the zombie's skull with a clean, controlled strike. The creature drops instantly. The entire room goes silent. Every survivor stares at Jason. He looks around wildly, trying to compose himself. I was trying to pull her back," he says. His voice wavers. My hand slipped. June's voice cuts through the silence sharply. No, it didn't. You pushed her, just like you pushed Mina. Aria's face pales. Jason was scared. Anyone would. No, Sujin snaps, her voice trembling. Only he would. She steps back from him like he's contagious. I stand tall, pipe resting at my side, breath steady. The HUD highlights the shifting alliances as survivor trust slides definitively away from Jason and Arya. For the first time tonight, the room sees them for what they are. Not leaders. Not protectors. Just two people willing to trade others' lives for their own comfort. And I am done letting them write my story. The room feels heavier after Jason's shove. Fear lingers in the air like dust settling on every face. Survivors stare at him with wide, uneven breaths. Jason lifts his trembling hands defensively. His voice wavers, strained and fragile. I said, my hand slipped, he repeats, trying desperately to reclaim control. Arya grabs his arm quickly, tears appearing like clockwork. Jason didn't mean it, she pleads shakily. He was scared. Her tone trembles in carefully crafted innocence. But the atmosphere has shifted completely now. Fear is no longer aimed at me. It's aimed at Jason and Arya, the ones who've hidden behind lies for too long. Sujin steps forward, voice clear despite the shake in her hands. He shoved me, she says. Mina saved my life. The truth lands heavily in the tense silence. June nods, lifting his bat slightly. Mina saved us all, he says, voice cracking. Jason didn't save anyone. He ran. The survivors absorb every word. The older man with the wrench looks heartbroken. I trusted you, he says softly. His disappointment hurts Jason more than anger could. The young mother pulls her daughter close, eyes hardening. I thought you were protecting us, she whispers. I was wrong. Her tone is quiet but final. Arya's voice breaks desperately. He saved me. He was scared. Anyone would, but her charm falters now, losing the grip it once held on the group. Jason scans the room hungrily for support. None comes. His shoulders cave inward, the weight of reality crushing him from all sides. The barricade rattles behind us as a zombie slams into it. The door frame vibrates with each impact. Even fear can't distract anyone from the truth now. I step forward and raise my voice cleanly. The barricade won't hold if we freeze. My calm tone cuts through panic like a blade. We need to reinforce the hinge points. Heavy furniture front, lighter supports behind. My HUD highlights optimal positions as I speak. We fix the mistakes before they kill us. The survivors begin moving with renewed purpose. The scrape of furniture echoes through the room as they follow my instructions. Their fear shifts into determination. Jason tries to speak again, voice desperate and strained. You should listen to me, I got us this far, his words crumble under the weight of the room's silence. Sujin doesn't let him finish. You shoved me toward death, she says sharply. And earlier, you left Mina behind. The accusations are simple and undeniable. The group murmurs in agreement, voices soft but steady. Even the older men nod, their eyes no longer confused. Jason's authority collapses in real time. Arya trembles beside him, but her tears feel hollow now. You don't understand, he only protected me, he had to. Her voice breaks, but no one reaches for her. I kneel beside the damaged barricade, adjusting loose boards with precision. The wood groans softly as I increase stability. Jason watches helplessly, realizing he never knew how to do any of this. Kai steps beside me silently, gripping his pipe. His presence is calm, steady, grounding. I've got this side, he says, voice soft enough that only I hear. I nod once. His quiet support strengthens the group more than any command. Even the frightened girl peeks around her mother to watch him work. Jason takes a shaky step forward. I'm the leader, he insists weakly. You can't just replace me. His voice breaks on the last word. June laughs once, short and bitter. You replaced yourself when you pushed people into danger. His grip tightens on the bat, knuckles white. The room hums with low agreement. Survivors exchange looks that say everything. They've seen Jason clearly now, stripped of excuses and stage lighting. Arya tries one more desperate attempt. He protected me. He saved me. Her voice sounds smaller now, fragile in a way that finally rings false. I meet her eyes evenly. Saving one person is meaningless if you sacrifice everyone else to do it. My tone stays cold but controlled. That isn't protection. The young mother nods firmly. That isn't leadership either. Her daughter clutches the stuffed bunny tighter, but she doesn't look away. Jason breaks under the pressure. I did what I had to, he shouts, voice shaking. I was scared. The confession spills out like spilled water. Kai steps closer, shadows crossing his face. We were all scared, he says quietly. But not all of us threw people away. His eyes are sharp, unreadable. The room stills completely. Kai's calm judgment hits harder than shouting would. Even Jason flinches as if physically struck. I rise slowly, pipe resting at my side. From now on, we share supplies and decisions. No more secret planning. No more lies. The group listens intently. The older man places his wrench on the table. Mina leads, he announces. His voice carries surprising strength. She earned it. One by one, the survivors nod in agreement. Their confidence grows with each quiet motion. Jason and Arya shrink smaller in contrast. Arya collapses to her knees, her voice breaking. Please, don't hurt us. Tears slide down her cheeks, but none of them ring genuine anymore. I kneel slightly to meet her eyes, voice calm and final. We don't throw people out to die. We're not you. Her breath catches, sharp and unsteady. But you will not lead again. The words land like a clean verdict. Controlled. Surgical. Impossible to argue against. Jason sinks onto the couch, head in his hands. His shoulders shake with silent regret and fear. Arya curls beside him, clinging to his sleeve. The survivors reorganize around me naturally, their movements steadier now. Even their breathing softens as they begin reinforcing the room correctly. Their trust settles quietly, earned through action, not performance. And Jason's influence dissolves into nothing more than the echo of a bad decision. Their fall is complete. Elegant. Precise. Lethal only to their pride. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't lift my hand. I simply told the truth and let the room do the rest. The 15th floor finally settles after the confrontation. Tools clink softly as survivors finish reinforcing the barricades. The atmosphere feels different now, calmer, steadier, no longer ruled by fear. Jason and Arya sit silently in a corner of the room. Their eyes are empty, shoulders slumped. The weight of their collapse hangs over them like a heavy curtain. No one shouts at them. No one threatens them. Ignoring them is punishment enough. Watching others take responsibility is something they can't escape. I instruct the group to gather food, tools, and remaining supplies. The survivors listen without hesitation. Their movements gain confidence, matching the rhythm of a new beginning. Kai stands near the hallway, scanning for movement. His posture is relaxed but ready, pipe resting on his shoulder. A soft breeze from the stairwell ruffles his dark hair. Sujin approaches me with her pack already secured. I'll follow you, she says quietly. Her voice holds relief and determination. She's earned her place in the next step. June hugs his backpack and straightens his hoodie. The roof is safer, right? He asks. His voice wavers, but his feet don't back away. He trusts me fully now. I glance toward Jason and Arya one last time. They don't look up. Their world shrank the moment their control disappeared. Leaving them alive is enough. We're moving, I tell the room. Those who can climb should come with me. This floor is stable, but not secure. My words settle like clear instructions etched in stone. The older man nods, placing his wrench carefully beside a toolbox. We'll stay here, he says. Your plan makes sense. He looks grateful, not afraid. The young mother hugs her daughter tight. Be careful, she whispers. We'll hold the floor as long as we can. Hope replaces fear in her eyes. Kai motions toward the stairwell with a subtle tilt of his head. We should go, he murmurs. His quiet tone blends urgency with calm confidence. We gather what we need: tarps, rope, water bottles, a few canned goods. The hallway hums with soft footsteps and rustling bags as we prepare to move. The climb to the roof is long and tiring. Each flight creaks under our weight. Distant groans echo through the building below, vibrating faintly through the stair railings. Sujin breathes steadily behind me, keeping pace. Jun follows close, tapping his bat softly against the railing. His steps grow bolder as we ascend. Kai stays at the back, watching our rear. His steady breaths and firm steps serve as a quiet reassurance for all of us. Even I feel anchored by his presence. When we finally push open the rooftop hatch, a rush of cool air hits my face. It smells like metal, smoke, and the faint sweetness of the sky after destruction. The rooftop is wide and open. Concrete stretches into dusk-colored silence. A few rusted maintenance sheds sit near the edges, offering partial shelter. The skyline burns orange. Below us, Seoul looks like a wounded giant. Fires glow between dark buildings. Movement stirs in the streets, shadows dragging, disappearing, reappearing beneath broken streetlights. Jun lets out a low exhale. It's huge, he whispers. The wind muffles his voice, carrying it across the rooftop. His awe feels painfully honest. Sujin steps closer to the edge. We can see everything from here, she murmurs. It's terrifying, but beautiful. Her glasses reflect the fading sunlight. Kai surveys the rooftop with narrowed eyes. We can fortify this, he says simply. His voice carries quiet certainty. It'll work. That's all he needs to say. We move quickly. Sujin unfolds tarps and strings rope between metal bars. Jun sets up a small corner and arranges the water bottles. I reinforce the hatch with a heavy pipe. Kai watches me tighten the last bolt. You really don't slow down, do you? He says with a faint exhale. His tone is lightly teasing, quiet enough not to embarrass himself. Someone has to think, I reply. You're the muscle. His cheeks darken slightly, and he looks away with an annoyed sound. It's subtle, exactly him. The wind picks up as night deepens. A soft whistle carries across the rooftop, brushing against our clothes. It feels like the city itself is breathing unevenly. We gather near the small fire Jun manages to start. Its warm glow reflects on our tired faces. Sujin wraps her arms around her knees, Jun sips from a water bottle. Kai sits across from me, leaning against a ventilation unit. He tilts his head slightly, studying me through half-lidded eyes. You did well, he says quietly. I blink. You don't compliment people. I'm not, he mutters immediately. I'm just stating facts. His voice dips low, as if afraid someone else might hear. Despite myself, a small smile forms. His denial is soft, not sharp. A hint of warmth slips through the cracks he tries to keep closed. The city groans beneath us, metal twisting, distant screams, sirens blaring somewhere far away. But up here, the air feels lighter. A fragile pocket of safety. I stand and look over the edge of the rooftop. Streetlights flicker like dying fireflies. Ruined buildings lean dangerously. A smoky haze blankets the horizon. Kai joins me, hands in his pockets. Thinking about them, he asks. His eyes stay fixed on the city, not on me. Jason and Arya? I ask. He nods. They'll survive, I say. For now. He glances at me, waiting. Living with their choices is harder than dying, I add softly. A clean end would have been mercy. His eyes narrow, like he understands more than he wants to. Sujin approaches quietly. We're safe for tonight, she says. It feels strange. Like we shouldn't relax, but we finally can. Jun stretches his sore arms, yawning. I'm not letting this bat go, he mutters. But yeah, this is the first time I don't feel like I'm choking. I exhale slowly, letting the wind pull tension from my shoulders. Everything that happened, all the betrayal, the lies, the fear, settles into place behind me. We're safe for now, I say aloud, letting the words drift into the night. There must be other survivors out there. Somewhere. But for now, we rest. Kai shifts beside me, voice low. Don't get soft, he says. But his tone lacks the bite it once had. It's almost gentle. I turn toward him slightly. I won't, I reply. Not anymore. He looks away quickly, face faintly red. Good, he mutters. Because I'm not dragging you down the stairs when trouble shows up. Sujin laughs quietly. Jun smiles tiredly. The fire crackles in the background, comforting and warm. A small circle of safety in a city full of chaos. I sit with them, close enough to feel their breath and hear their heartbeat like shifts. For the first time since the world changed, I feel something close to peace. The wind carries the sounds of the city, distant roars, metal creaks, broken alarms, but they feel far away now. Up here, they're nothing but background noise. Tonight, we live. Tomorrow, we plan. If others are out there, they'll find us, or we'll find them. Either way, I'm ready. I survived betrayal. I survived the climb. And I'm not done yet. For now, we settle. We survive. We wait.
Liked this clip? Dive deeper into the story. Check out the audio novel series on my channel. Cheers!